From fans calling in penalties from their couches to pros who hit with a 4-stroke penalty. These are the 9 most controversial golf rules that made players absolutely rage. And first, we start with number 9. Number 9. Dustin Johnson's bunker nightmare. At the 2010 PGA Championship, imagine losing your first major because you didn't know you were standing in a bunker. At the 2010 PGA Championship, Dustin Johnson hit his drive wide on the 18th hole into what looked like a trampled patch of dirt surrounded by fans. No rake, no rope, no sign. It didn't even feel like a bunker.
Johnson again playing his second shot. Leading the par for the win. It clips this to the left and finds the deep cabbage. Johnson knocked it to 11 feet and had this for his par. It was not to be, and a sigh of relief as Bubba Watson and Martin Keimer look on. Johnson knocks in his par, and it looks like a 3-way playoff with Bubba Watson, Martin Keimer, and Dustin Johnson. But as he walked off the green, he was informed by a PGA Tour official that there may have been an infraction. Take a closer look at his second shot from the right side of the 18th. He grounded his club in the bunker. He did not sign a scorecard yet, so he has taken a 2-stroke penalty.
But according to the course rule sheet, every patch of sand at Whistling Straits was considered a bunker. When Dustin grounded his club, he broke the rule. 2-stroke penalty. Just like that, he missed the playoff, and his shot at a first major vanished.
Thousands of people standing, in that hill up there, and, there's Gatorade bottles, beer cans, cups, trash, everything sitting all around my ball. And, I get up there and I never once think that I'm in a bunker. I never even thought I was in sand, though, so it wasn't. To me, it looked like it was dirt.
Fans were outraged. Even today, people debate whether it was one of the most unfair rulings in golf history. In this next clip, the fans aren't just watching, they're actually calling the shots. Number 8. Lexi Thompson gets slammed by a TV viewer. 2017 ANA Inspiration. She had a 2-stroke lead on Sunday. She was just a few holes away from winning a major. Then, a fan watching at home hit pause.
4. Someone watching Saturday's round on TV noticed Thompson did not properly replace her ball ahead of the putt on the 17th.
Someone reviewing Saturday's coverage noticed Lexi Thompson had replaced her ball an inch off from its original spot. They emailed the LPGA. Officials reviewed the tape, and mid-round on Sunday, Lexi was hit with a 4-stroke penalty.
All about speed for Lexi. Getting into the hole with a little conviction pays huge dividends for her.
2 strokes for playing from the wrong place, 2 for signing an incorrect scorecard. Lexi broke down in tears.
4 strokes.
Is this a joke? No, it's not. 2017, it was at the ANA Inspiration, and it was the worst day that I could ever experience out on the golf course. Here, there, I had missed a very short.
She still made it to a playoff, but lost. The backlash was huge. Fans and players were furious. The rule was eventually changed. Today, they call it the Lexi Rule, and it all started with a viewer holding a remote. But if you think that's bad, wait till you see what Patrick Reed did, and what the cameras caught. Number 7. Patrick Reed's embedded ball controversy. 2021 Farmers Insurance Open. Patrick Reed was already one of the most controversial figures in golf, and in 2021, he added fuel to the fire. He hit his ball into thick rough and assumed it was embedded. Instead of calling a rules official, he picked it up himself to check, then asked for relief. Officials backed him up, but replay footage told another story. The ball clearly bounced before coming to rest. If it bounced, it couldn't have been embedded. Technically, Reed didn't break the rules, but the optics were brutal. He faced a wave of criticism for making a judgment call without an official. Still, he won the tournament, and the controversy followed him anyway. In the next clip, one tiny caddy mistake costs a golfer 6 figures and triggers a global rules rewrite. Number 6. Hao Tong Lee's caddy costs him $100,000. 2019 Dubai Desert Classic. Hao Tong Lee was lining up a putt on the final hole. He drained it and thought he had locked in a third-place finish until the rules kicked in. His caddy had been standing directly behind him as he took his stance. According to a new rule that started that same year, caddies can't stand behind a player once they begin lining up a shot.
He's not alone in that sentiment.
Here we are now, the paranoia sets in. It usually results in some type of slower play. I don't know how this is going to result in slower play.
Boom. 2-stroke penalty. Hao Tong dropped from 3rd place to 12th. Just like that, he lost $100,000.
It's pretty good, and like I said, I didn't expect anything like this. But I'm super happy to finish top 4 and get in the Masters again, and I'm just looking forward to back there again. It's actually super calm and chill, and he's such a lovely guy and to play with. And we did a joke about each other a little bit, and just so nice to play with him.
Were you playing
especially I saw the leaderboard on the last 3 holes, and I know I need actually a couple more birdies to kind of jump in, and also to secure my PGA Tour card. I'm sure I'm really close there as well. So overall, it's just very good week for me.
Even worse, players and fans around the world said the ruling made no sense. The caddy wasn't helping him aim, but the rule was clear, and the penalty stood. And in this next moment, the one breaking the rule wasn't a caddy. It was the player himself, and he called it out. Number 5, Brian Davis calls a penalty on himself, 2010 RBC Heritage. Talk about class. Brian Davis was in a playoff for his first ever PGA Tour win, but on his backswing, while hitting from a hazard near the water, his club accidentally touched a loose reed. No one saw it. No cameras caught it. But Brian knew it happened, and he told the official. That little brush violated the rule about not touching loose stuff in a hazard. He got a 2-stroke penalty and lost the playoff. It was one of the toughest losses of his career, but golf fans everywhere praised his honesty. Davis didn't win the tournament, but he won a lot of respect. Coming up next, another pro breaks a rule, on purpose. And the reaction? Absolute chaos. Number 4, Phil Mickelson hits a moving ball, 2018 US Open. It was one of the strangest things anyone had seen in a major. Phil Mickelson was having a rough day at Shinnecock Hills. On the 13th green, his putt rolled way past the hole. Instead of waiting, Phil ran after it and hit the ball again while it was still moving. Everyone watching was stunned. The crowd, the announcers, even Phil's competitors. He was given a 2-stroke penalty under Rule 14.5, but many felt that wasn't enough. Some called for him to be disqualified.
Look, I don't mean disrespect by anybody. I know it's a 2-shot penalty, and at that time, I just didn't feel like going back and forth and hitting the same shot over. I took the 2-shot penalty, moved on. It's my understanding of the rules. I've had multiple times where I've wanted to do that. I just finally...
Phil said it was a strategy to stop the ball from going too far, but fans weren't buying it. They said it looked like something from a weekend hacker, not a 5-time major champ. But while Phil shocked everyone on purpose, this next golfer got burned by a rule no one even saw coming, until it was too late. Number 3. Tiger Woods gets penalized for moving a stick? 2013 BMW Championship. You'd think a guy like Tiger Woods would be used to rules drama, but this one caught even him off guard. During the 2013 BMW Championship, Tiger was in the woods trying to escape a tricky lie. As he cleared some sticks near his ball, the ball moved, just a little.
When the ball moved, and that's the key. I mean, even if it moved a quarter of an inch, which it might have been a quarter of an inch, the ball moved, and you're penalized for that.
There it is there. See, it rolls towards his hands there. You can just see his logo in the twig. If you look here now, rolls towards him, it's clearly moved. It's unfortunately for Tiger.
Problem is, that's a rules violation. The movement was so small, only a slow-motion replay caught it. But that was enough. Officials hit him with a one-stroke penalty for causing the ball to move, and another penalty for not placing it back properly. Tiger was furious. He still insists the ball barely moved and that the rule was unfair. But in the end, the scorecard didn't care. In this next moment, the heartbreak wasn't caused by the player or the caddy, but by a delayed ruling that changed everything. Number 2. Anna Nordqvist, penalized mid-playoff, 2016 US Women's Open. Imagine being in a sudden death playoff and getting penalized for something you did on the previous hole. That's what happened to Anna Nordqvist in 2016. She was battling Brittany Lang for the US Women's Open title. But just as she teed off for the second playoff hole, a rules official approached.
The second shot on Nordqvist we're taking a look at. And now, did she touch the sand? You know, you can't ground your club anytime in a hazard. Obviously, a bunker is a hazard. Did her club head touch the sand here? We haven't seen this yet. There's no doubt about it.
Brad,
crushing.
That is crushing. That's a two-stroke penalty.
Apparently, during her last shot from a fairway bunker, her club had barely brushed the sand. A tiny movement. No one noticed. But high-def cameras did. She was slapped with a two-stroke penalty. It cost her the playoff and the championship. Fans were stunned. Even Lang looked uncomfortable winning that way. The delay in the ruling made it all feel messy and unfair. And now, one of the wildest rules controversies ever, where Tiger Woods' Masters run almost ended because of a TV viewer. Number 1. Tiger Woods and the drop that nearly DQ'd him, 2013 Masters. Tiger Woods was chasing the green jacket. On the 15th hole, he hit a great shot that bounced off the flagstick and into the water. No big deal. He took a drop and kept going. But later that night, a former rules official watching on TV called in to report that Tiger had dropped the ball too far from his original spot. The Masters Committee reviewed the footage and agreed. Tiger had broken Rule 26-1.
The 2013 Masters tournament, Tiger Woods hit his short wedge shot straight at the flagstick. Unfortunately, it ricocheted back into the water in front of the green. Tiger assessed his options as per the yellow penalty area, or water hazard as it was known back in 2013, and decided that going back to his last place played was going to be his best option. However, unlike the correct procedure at the time, Tiger dropped a couple of yards back behind where he'd last played from to reduce the chance of the ball hitting the flagstick again. So Tiger took a penalty of 1 under the water hazard rule at the time, but also ended up playing from a wrong place. This incident was picked up by studious rules of...
Worse, he had already signed his scorecard. That meant automatic disqualification under Rule 33-7. But officials used a rare exception to let him stay in the tournament with just a two-stroke penalty.
Tiger Woods at the Masters was more than a fan, he was a fellow pro. Woods had to take a two-stroke penalty last month for an illegal drop. The error was reported by someone watching on television. Sports Illustrated identifies that viewer as David Eager. In the 1990s, Eager was the U.S. Golf Association's Senior Director of Rules and Competition. He now plays on the Champions Tour for golfers 50 and older.
The golf world exploded. Some said it was the right call. Others said Tiger got special treatment. Either way, it came dangerously close to disaster. And with that, we've seen how even the smallest rules can flip tournaments, crush dreams, and spark outrage on and off the course. And if you thought these were the wildest moments in golf, think again. Because in this next video, the drama, controversy, and chaos only get bigger. Click here to see the moments that truly shook the golf world.